Here are 9 athletes who not only dominated their field, but took on a whole new challenge and tried their hand at another sport. Coming in at number 1 is Diego Forlán, who's widely regarded as one of the best forwards of his generation, and he swapped his football for a tennis ball. He's competing in doubles at the Uruguay Open tennis tournament and currently has a 73% win rate this year. During his career, he played for clubs including Manchester United, Villarreal, Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan. He also won the Golden Boot at the 2010 FIFA World Cup. After hanging up his boots in 2019, the striker made the switch to tennis. Since July 2023, Forlán's been competing in the ITF Masters Professional Tennis Tour, and at the age of 45, he'll compete at doubles at the Uruguay Open. At number 2, we have one of the greatest goalkeepers in football history. It's Petr Cech, who's made the switch from grass to ice. The 4-time Premier League champion and Golden Glove winner holds the record for the most Premier League clean sheets as a goalkeeper, with 202 shutouts in 443 appearances for Chelsea and Arsenal. After retiring from football, Cech became a goaltender for ice hockey team the Guildford Phoenix. His agility and shot-stopping skills from football translated onto the ice, earning him recognition in his new sport. Cech has said that he used to play ice hockey when he was much younger, but the equipment costs forced him to play football, which was a much cheaper sport. At number 3, we have a footballer who's officially the most successful British export in the sport's history, Gareth Bale. His resume includes 5 Champions League titles, 3 European Super Cup medals, 3 La Liga titles, and 6-time Welsh Footballer of the Year, just to name a few of his honours. After winding down from a world-class football career, Bale started taking his love for golf more seriously. Although he says he has no plans to become a professional golfer, he has played in celebrity pro-ams and he's even built a golf course at his home, said to be inspired by iconic holes from golf courses around the world. But even though he doesn't aspire to turn professional, staying as an amateur hasn't stopped Bale from seeing himself in the PGA Tour 2K23 video game. Coming in at number 4 is Louis Rees-Zammit. We saw him rise as one of the rugby union's brightest stars before he swapped the rugby ball for American football. The Welsh athlete, who now plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars in the NFL, has previously played rugby union for Gloucester. He broke into the Gloucester senior team in 2019-2020 season, becoming the club's youngest ever English rugby premiership player at just 18 years old. His decision to quit rugby union for the NFL led to him receiving plenty of criticism. He said his phone number was leaked and people were constantly messaging and FaceTiming him when all he was trying to do was chase his dream. Rees-Zammit, however, is still waiting for his opportunity in the starting lineup. At number 5, we have the fastest man in the world, Usain Bolt. The 8-time Olympic gold medalist still holds the world record in the 100 and 200 metre sprints. But after retiring from athletics, he pursued his passion for football. He even had a 2-day trial with Borussia Dortmund, but wasn't offered a professional contract. He ended up having an 8-week trial with Australian A-League side Central Coast Mariners. He even scored 2 goals in a pre-season friendly, but ultimately, his dream of going pro didn't come true. Number 6 takes us to Paolo Maldini, who traded his defensive skills for a tennis racket. The 5-time Champions League winner and football icon said he wouldn't become a coach after he retired, even though he was offered a position to reunite with former coach Carlo Ancelotti at Chelsea. In 2017, Maldini qualified for the Aspria Tennis Cup in Milan after winning the qualifier in Italy. Although he was defeated in this match, Maldini said that he tried to enjoy the moment because he didn't expect to be able to experience something like this at the age of 49. And ironically, on the very first point of the match, he pulled a muscle. At number 7, Ash Barty, an extraordinary talent who moved from tennis to cricket. The 3-time Grand Slam singles champion took a break from tennis after feeling a little bit burnt out, and she pursued cricket. At the time, she had expressed an interest in cricket after meeting with the Australian women's national team, even though she had no previous competitive cricket experience. Barty approached Queensland Cricket about how she can get involved in the sport, and Andy Richard, the Queensland Fire coach, said he was immediately impressed with Barty's skill set, saying that the first time she picked up a bat was outstanding. She never missed a ball in her first session, and that is what attracted me as a coach. After playing in just her second game for the Western Suburbs District Cricket Club, Barty was signed by Brisbane Heat and during her debut hit 39 off 27 balls with 1 6 in a match against Melbourne Stars. After a successful stint in cricket, she returned to tennis, where Barty went on to win 3 Grand Slams, including her home Grand Slam in Australia, and even claimed the world #1 spot. At number 8, we have one of the greatest basketball players of all time, Michael Jordan. The 6-time NBA champion swapped the basketball court for the baseball diamond. After his retirement, Jordan took a break from basketball and played minor league baseball for the Birmingham Barons. Jordan's decision to leave the NBA to pursue a short-lived career in baseball still leaves people a little bit puzzled. The story goes that Jordan was overpowered by the weight of his fame, burnt out and emotionally drained by the murder of his father, and he needed a distraction. The then 31-year-old invested his heart and soul into the sport, hit a .202 in Birmingham, and some thought he's in over his head and he's wasted a year of his basketball prime on this. And others saw how much Jordan had improved over the year. It was said that Michael Jordan was a great athlete in basketball, but when it came to baseball, he was a little bit like a duck out of water. And finishing up with Andrew Flintoff, the cricket legend who stepped into the boxing ring just once. Having been a key figure in England's 2005 Ashes victory, Flintoff decided to retire in September 2010. Although not content with ending his run of sporting achievements, Flintoff decided to take up boxing, training down at Peacock's gym in East London. He said he realised he wasn't cut out for boxing when he was sparring in a gym in Battersea, and when he hit his opponent with a good shot, his legs went and he went wobbly. Flintoff's trainer, Barry McGuigan, was shouting, "Finish him!" And Flintoff said he felt so bad, he just put his arms around him and cuddled him to make sure he was alright. Flintoff had his first and only professional boxing bout in 2012, beating Richard Dawson on points at the Manchester Arena. And that's your 9 athletes who've tried their hand at a different sport.